Okay. To be specific, they would be 10 potions of Cure Light Wound, essentially. So in short, it's a red vial that cures 1d8 plus 1.
Okay, I probably would have just grabbed a couple of those and then told people that it's in the pile with the rest of his stuff.
You know what? Actually, I'll be a little fair. Make that 6 of those. 3 Cure Moderate Wound. So 2d8. And then 1 Cure Serious Wound, which is 3d8. Oh, it's per caster level. So none of those are plus 1, sorry. They're plus 3? See, level 3? Yeah, plus 3. So that's 10 potions. That is the healing equivalence of Demois's character up until the point that you acquire a new healer, basically. But that is all he gives you. Gave you.
Okay, I would have taken 1 moderate and 1 light.
Okay. I mean, you could theoretically take all of them. Doesn't mean I won't try to destroy them, but...
And then I would have mentioned the potions were there with the rest of his... for people to choose what they want. Or take the rest of them.
So you have a Cure Light, or a Cure Moderate and a Cure Serious?
Cure Moderate and Cure Light.
Gotcha. So you only brought 2 potions then?
I think he's
I
saying
had
he's
another
keeping-
Cure Light as well.
Okay.
So I have 3 on me.
A Cure Light yourself, or is this a Cure Light from Demois?
I had a Cure Light myself.
Okay, so there's still 8 left.
5 light, 2 moderate, and a serious.
I'll take one of those lights.
So, pause game real quick. Back in your cart. This is what Jared's character had taken. He informed you guys that there is the equipment there, which was already jotted down by Kelb. These potions that had not been jotted down, your characters had known of as well, and I find it very hard to believe none of your characters would have taken any, unless they didn't. Is everyone gonna want 1 of the light wounds?
Yes? I mean, I'm only taking 1.
So everyone add 1 light wound to your inventory then, which knocks those down to 4.
Oh, I'm just gonna use mine.
Sorry,
I'm not adding it.
5. No, this is before the started, Tate. This is before the started. This is how many potions you have on you, so it's already decided, so it doesn't come up into question later on in this dungeon crawl. So everyone has 1 light potion, and then Jared also has a moderate potion, which means there's 1 light, 3 moderate, and 1 serious. 2 moderate, sorry. 1 light, 2 moderate, 1 serious. So, if one of your characters want another light, or want a moderate, or want the serious, Jared, do you remember who was next to your character when you had discovered this stuff? I think it was Perthros.
Yeah, I think that sounds right.
So, Perthros? Would you have taken only 1 light, or would you have taken anything else?
I would have only taken 1 light.
Okay, so there's still 4 more potions then. So after Perthros, I think Arim was there, and then Avina and Tucson were the last 2 to be in that area. So Arim, you have 1 light potion. Do you want another light? A moderate? The serious? Do you want the last 4? What do you want? So that we have it decided of who's carrying what. So then jot down you have 2 light. So Avina and Tucson, you guys got 1 light potion. Now there is 2 moderate and 1 serious.
I'll take the serious.
So Tate, do you want to take 1 moderate, or do you want to take both moderates and you'll be the one carrying around 3 potions?
I'll carry both moderate.
Okay. So, you guys are able to give them to each other. It's whatever the hell you want to use them for. You could even sell them. I mean, it's entirely up to your characters. But, just make note that you have those potions now. The light does 1d8 plus 3. The moderate does 2d8 plus 3. And the serious does 3d8 plus 3. So when we go back in game, Tate, your character does not have to ask, does anyone have a way to heal me? She can just drink a potion. Mind you...
I'm drinking the cure light.
Yep, mind you, you can't just pop them like candy.
Side effects, like throwing up.
Well...
Yeah.
It's a D8 plus what, by the way?
3.
3? Sorry.
So, Tate, you drink it.
Yeah.
Now you roll a d8 and add 3.
No, I don't.
So you don't heal then? Okay.
Yay! 9.
No, but he's
Fortune to
not
chug the 2
full,
moderate
but
wounds.
close. No. They're magical potions. You have to drink the whole thing.
Oliver and Davina drinking the potion. I'm gonna go check the store.
Okay.
Is it locked?
It is also unlocked. Nope. As far as actually, what is this? This is east. East.
Is anywhere?
Nope. It is not locked. The door opens, and in it you can see, if you peek your head in, some junk on the floor, an apothecary stand, a pedestal that lights up with a magical fire, and a table with a book on it.
Light up.
Yes. But the one on the pedestal is a slightly off-color fire. It is a more orange color.
I can.
I should know what. Oxidization.
Yep.
When I say orange, I don't mean like normal fire, like fire orange. I mean like mango orange.
Kind of. Junk and wall.
Okay. So you enter the room. Let me check the room real quick.
Look at the junk. Because why not? So Marcus looks up things because no one else is talking.
That's a lot.
And mumble and not to their stream.
I am not talking to my stream right now.
Is a lie.
Before you check anything there, give me a minute.
Looking until you actually saw.
Probably.
Should I be worried?
The floor that you assumed was just wet, and the junk that was on the ground, all pull together and form what your character realizes is a large cubic ooze, typically known as a gelatinous cube.
Wait, cube slime.
What do you do? Okay. All right.
There's a cube in there. Doesn't look too friendly.
Fire.
At least 7.
To green. You know what? No, blue. Because it looked like there was just water on the floor.
The fire is going to be, considering it was a blue cube. Not exactly.
How about salt?
Does their color actually affect anything?
No.
Not
Their
either.
gelatinous cubes are usually
Okay.
prismatic.
Because
Cubes, gelatinous cubes, as they are immune to electricity.
Should we throw some wine at it? Get it drunk?
That will help.
We could make it red. Could make it purple. Apparently listen to Baldur's Gate 2 Underdark.
as you speak to them and you guys suggest what to do, you just hear a kind of a noise, as you assume it is moving.
Marcus,
Somebody needs to lick it.
is the gelatinous cube acidic?
Yes, gelatinous cubes are by nature acidic.
We should throw some wine on it then. Because wine's a base because alcohol. Homewood says anyone who says otherwise can fight her.
Damn it, Homewood, and your fucking chemistry classes.
Does wine affect gelatinous cube then?
It doesn't make it drunk.
They have acid as an ability, but that's never been a thing I've seen. Hang on.
No, gelatinous cubes can engulf people and dissolve them.
No, I know.
Part of their
I know
nature.
that. I meant about using a base on a gelatinous cube.
Well, even
Wines are generally bases,
It
not
has-
acids.
Effects, paralysis, polymorph, and
Acids, not
stunning.
bases.
So not immune to alchemical tampering.
its base melee attacks too will also deal acid damage.
I turned myself into a gelatinous slime. Slime rig. Drop the base. Blam, blam. I don't think so either, because I don't think anybody's applied math science into
people
fucking
have.
D&D.
The general idea is if you wanted to, you could theoretically probably allow the party to neutralize the acid ability of the gelatinous cube, but gelatinous cubes aren't pure acid. So the most you're doing is a little bit of damage and removing the acid, basically. But you're not actually going to kill it with just a base.
Still removes a very deadly part of it. I mean, it could still slam and
It depends if
tackle.
Marcus actually wants to pick their cube acid or not. Considering it's water,
And there's that too.
I don't know. We haven't been attacked by it yet.
And then it
Say
went.
that like it couldn't dissolve the door.
Does anybody speak gelatinous cube?
Even then, it could squeeze through the crevices in the door.
Lamb, you have alchemy,
Tate.
right?
Into zero.
I do not have magical alchemy yet, but I do have regular alchemy.
Just in general.
Does anyone
Roll-
have an ion stone of intelligence?
Roll me a knowledge check with alchemy.
That's not going to get me very far. I got an 11. Oh, do we have any reroll counters on this table, by the way?
No, I never brought them over. We can spawn them in real quick if you remember how many rerolls you had.
Well, I mean, mine just reset, so I'm not too worried about it.
Anyway, the only character with theoretically any possibility of knowing that a gelatinous cube has acidity potential and that a base would theoretically neutralize it would be someone that's smart with alchemy. You guys aren't exactly living in a day and age of knowledge, let alone alchemy. On an 11, I'd say that Perthros is able to know that some gelatinous cubes are acidic, and that there might be some sort of chemical that can neutralize its acidity, in other words, base. But he has no idea how acidic this gelatinous cube is, like what's the pH levels or anything of that nature.
Oh, does anyone have any meat?
I have salted fish.
You have salt. You get the salted fish.
I made it and forgot to make it on our journey.
God damn it.
I was gonna be making some fish cakes, but then we got to town faster than I thought we would.
So we can throw that into the thing and see how long it takes to dissolve, if it dissolves.
Thing while the door's closed and I'm standing here next to the door.
Yeah, so you might want to get away from the door.
I don't want to be rude because I would Tucson and Vina, who was currently in my way.
Or squeeze by a barrel. Squeeze by it and take a drink. God.
More noises. Yeah, you hear it moving.
I'm gonna face the doorway then, with my shield, and hiding behind it, cover.
Yes, this.
Want to do anything in the actual game?
Slime in there. What would happen if I threw... antitoxin into it? Probably nothing, but...
That's for poison.
What's a slime? I've never had to
mind
deal
you,
with one of those.
it's a large creature. This isn't a little, like, itty-bitty slime. This thing is the same size as that ogre, but technically bigger because it's a perfect square.
Sunglasses. Oh.
So, you know, everything you're throwing out, I've been looking up. So, yeah.
What if we just fight it?
I have a shovel.
Keep in mind, they do
What if we
engulf
lure it with
things.
the ogre?
You could try.
I can use my spare shirt as a towel. Everything will be fine.
We can lure it in here with the ogre, and then all gang up on it.
Moving seems to have stopped.
Wow. I am going to be slowly taking out a torch from my backpack. Motioning over towards Tucson to light it for me. If he would, please.
I pull out my flint and steel and go ch.
Slowly.
What's that nobody?
Roll me a strength check.
Mark is like, I'm not trying to rush.
Door seems locked. Like the gelatinous cube locked it.
Like it locks the door, or it's holding the door there.
Either or. It is. Actually, it's made of a very fine wood. You would assume so. You would assume so.
Is the air made of air?
Okay.
I don't know.
You start to light the door on fire. And what the hell's the door? And it starts to singe. You start to make it be on fire. How long do you go at this? Until the door is on fire and not just starting on fire?
We'll try to weaken the wood in a few spots. So, singeing it, pouring it on fire, depending on if I just hold it there a bit too long. But not trying to set a door ablaze where I'm standing right next to it with a wooden shield.
Okay, that's what I was making sure. In that case, then, you are able to hold it on a couple of different spots that, using your knowledge, you feel are weak points on the door. And once you've gotten done taking your time weakening the door, without setting it ablaze, what do you do then? Nope.
What was the lever there for if it didn't make a sound or anything, really? But to lock and unlock this door?
It did. You heard a couple of clicks, but other than that, you have no idea what it did.
Still lit, yes?
Yep.
Okay.
You grab the torch? What is wrong with you? Where are you going?
Mind you, this door pulls inward. I guess that was important.
It is me, considering how small this little gap is. It doesn't make sense for anyone to have thought it was a good idea to do that. Because he would have had to step out, kind of fit in the and then close the door while the barrels were here. Someone laughing? Yeah, Tucson. So, do you have the torch now? No?
Yes.
Or just a bit? Field. Taking out my head. Yes, the one meant for in the other room with the shovel. You hit these weak spots I created on the door.
Okay.
Our door.
Attack. Just because you're attacking pinpoint locations. You slam your pickaxe into one of these spots near the hinge, or a hinge. A roll of strength. I guess damage, because strength gets added to damage. Never mind.
Because I went to roll my damage and you trained. I'm like, what? Okay.
5 damage? Okay. You slam the pickaxe through that part of the door, effectively creating a hole. The door is a bit aged, so it wasn't too excessively hard, especially after damaging it with fire. And you can see once again into this room. You don't see the cube.
Let's see if I see anything, but okay. Felt locked.
Do you try opening it?
Or felt locked.
No. Doesn't look like there is any rhyme or reason.
The door again, with pick still in hand.
It opens.
Moved or different from my previous glance in here?
It doesn't look like it. Where exactly do you look? Just forward, on the ground, up above, to your left, to your right, which would just be the door.
I would have noticed that coming into the doorway right away. And the fire, because it was differently colored. So, like, there.
As far as you can tell, everything's fine. Maybe something from the junk pile is missing now. As in, like, the slime engulfed it, but there's so much crap, useless crap there. Like, a random bag that might have once held potatoes, but now it's been eaten through by rats, and so forth, that, you can't tell. Nope.
Okay, grab my tower shield, and... Dusan, could you hand me that torch back?
Yoink. Back on the barrel.
And, Jared, do you want to suggest what you said? As if your character has that thought?
No, I had the thought more than my character did, and I doubt my character would want to have that thought.
Okay.
through the doorway again.
Roll me a reflex. You step in and notice just in time something above you, and you jump back as the cube slams down right in front of you from the ceiling because it was climbing up the wall and onto the roof until you came back in and it just let go of the roof.
It's a Minecraft spider
See
slime.
why you...
Oh no!
Yep.
I want to take a shot at it from up on the barrels.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. No, I wanted to. Alright. Stop grabbing it.
There.
No.
I had you.
What are you trying to do?
No, are you drunk?
Stop grabbing it.
Alright, hello, Wasp.
He's trying to lay himself on top of the barrels.
Yes, and I have a way to do that if people would stop grabbing. Really?
You're trying to lay down on them?
Yes.
We have a gizmo
Yeah.
tool that we can use.
Literally just say that.
The fuck is a gizmo tool?
It allows...
So that allows us to rotate, move, scale, blah blah blah. It's just normal moving tools that those tokens I made on the other map allowed us to do. Only they actually have in fucking base game.
I could do something like,
Oh god.
So we're fighting the wall of flesh?
Maybe later. Okay, so Tuzin's laying down on the barrel.
Yes.
okay. It doesn't change much.
Alright, boys, I'm killing a wasp.
Yeah. It still doesn't really change much. You could see it. It takes up the whole doorway.
I know, just less chance of me possibly shooting Kelp in the ass.
Fair enough.
Uh, 22 again? I've rolled fucking 3 22s now.
On the D20, I call shenanigans.
I'm
Guessing
gonna
that
shoot a
hits.
wasp with a needler.
Sorry, what did you roll?
22.
Yeah, it hits.
6 damage.
Types in this whole fucking thing don't have like damage reduction to piercing or anything.
I am surprised too. How much did you say?
6 damage.
Alright, you shoot it with an arrow. The arrow pierces, and is now floating inside of the cube.
Okay.
You're pretty sure you heard it? It looks like there's a couple of bubbles inside of it due to the arrow going in. Although it promptly just... It's a wound, so... Yeah? I suppose that's going to start initiative.
This motherfucking game.
You're welcome.
Nine for my initiative. I'm dealing with a wasp.
Kelb. Lamb.
13.
Jared.
23.
And Noah.
My fifth 22. Jared goes first.
Jared got 23.
Just like Lamb did the other time.
Some turns.
Alright, it goes Jared, Noah, Kelb, Lamb, Cube, Tate.
Take us last.
Checking real quick if I've got a penalty, and then probably just seeing if I can shoot it. Okay, you are considered in melee, so I do have a -4.
Minus to him.
Minus to me because you are enemies and you're threatening each other.
Yeah, that's a Q. Or it's a ooze, which means it has ooze traits, which means it doesn't... Unlike the ogre, it can just squeeze through the door.
So, Marcus, I have something
Yeah,
in my
21 on
inventory.
shoot.
Nice.
Yep.
21 hits.
Three damage.
So, I have something that I got a while ago, which was the powder and liquid ability power poison. And I don't know what it does exactly. Looking at my inventory. Yes. I will be taking another shot at it. I also don't know what the things do. Damn it. So close to a crit. 26.
Hits.
So, 9 damage.
Alrighty.
Range of 10 feet. Try to burn it with a torch to see if it wants to.
That's a 10.
So you're gonna make a the fuck word am I looking for? A melee, but what's it called when it's not something you're proficient with? That one. You're making an improvised weapon attack with a torch.
Torches?
I mean, I guess if you really wanted to and the DM was willing to let your character have proficiency weapon torch. But then again, I'd say that's just a club that's on fire.
I hate wasps.
Yeah, a club that's on fire.
Fair enough. So, swing. I'd say just roll it as a club. It's just not with the damage of a club. Nine hits.
Torch.
Pretty much nothing except for trying to set it on fire and how much the fire does. Roll me a d4. And your torch went out. It injured it, but it went out. And the part that you're not holding is now in it. Is that the end of your turn?
A 5-foot step back.
I can. I mean, you can just count your 5-foot step you took forward as a move action, and then your other 5-foot step back is just a 5-foot step. Otherwise, I guess you could say that it's a 5-foot step attack and then a move action to move back. Or do you have to do your move action before you attack? No, you can attack first. I'll let you take a 5-foot step back.
it's got the range for it. So
Right. Lamb, you gonna come in and save the day?
I don't know how I can. They're blocking the fucking door.
That's true.
Do I know that the torches we have are ever burning torches?
You
Or
mean
was
the
a
ones
thing
that
I-
have the button?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't remember if we
kinda.
actually figured that out.
You figured out that the button. I think you figured out the button was a word for fire
Oh,
or flame or something like that.
something like that.
So as far as your character's aware, it might actually be like a flamethrower stick, but you guys didn't
Or
push
just
the
like
button.
a regular fancy torch.
Right.
Yeah, there's really not much I can do. I've no way of angling a shot in there, and if we don't know the ever burning torch thing, then
Well, even if we do know it's an ever-burning torch, those don't really do much because they don't cause heat.
do they not?
Because they don't cause
Oh,
heat or
yeah,
use
no,
oxygen,
you're
you're
right.
able to cover them to put them out, because
Yeah, you're right.
normally they don't have the on-off button.
I missed that part on the spell description. Oh, I mean, even in that case, I still can't really fucking do anything.
It's actually a good thing. Before you go take the cube goes, it's actually a good thing Arim or Kelb went slow initially, because if he would have just walked in willy-nilly, I would have had to make him do a spot check. Otherwise, he would have stepped right into it, and it would have just formed right on top of him.
Oh god.
Clear cubes are hard to see.
I gotta wait for Kelb to come back.
Okay. Meanwhile, I'm playing Eagle Eye.
I don't know what that means. You're still going after the wasp?
Yeah, he has no idea where it went. As far as I know, this wasp doesn't exist.
He exists. This motherfucker tried to sting me.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're not imagining?
When I turned to look at my webcam and he was standing on my webcam staring at me menacingly, or behind it.
Tate, what
Yeah,
color
this-
and shape
yeah.
is your room?
White. Square.
Square is right, but if I remember right, it's kind of a dark gray-black.
Excuse me. My room is white. This thing was clearly a wasp. It had stinger.
But Tate, you never left the room.
While I wait for Kelb, I'll have you do it right now, Noah. Noah, roll me a reflex save.
Remind me never to
11.
turn my AC off until the dead of winter.
Interesting. As long as I stay on the gizmo tool, I can have it go into stuff that's locked in place.